Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right. In this video, you're not going to be watching what is mental health and how to deal with mental health. But before we get into that, if you are going through mental health, or your friend, your family, or your child is going through mental health, that they're going to harm you or someone else, please seek medical help now. If you live in UK, please dial 999, or if you live in US, dial 911. Please dial those numbers because it will help you out and will help your family member or your friend out. Please seek some help. And if your child is going through mental health and is about to stall or anything like that, please seek help. If it's serious, please dial an ambulance, go to hospital, or go contact any numbers that will be on this video. I try my hardest, try to get every single country, but unfortunately I can't get China number for mental health because for some reason there's no such thing mental health apparently in China. In Russia, Ukraine, India, Africa, or anything like that, only could be able to get US and UK number. I do apologise to every single one of you, and I really do hope someone in the comments live in those countries and will put it in the comments down below. I really do hope, or if I find the number, I will put it in the description in the comments for all of you lot to dial. But this video did take me a very long time. And I understand what you are going through or your family member is going through. I've been going through mental health all my life. And it's very stressful, and it's very scary as well. So how do I deal with mental health? I make music. I make lyrics. For past over a decade, I've been making music for other YouTubers, other singers for over a decade. And I don't make any profit. I made a song about this one YouTuber who you lot know very well, and he's claiming his music is his. He made 100% of the music. You could check that music out yourself. It'd be second last video what I have done. Blood and Sweat, that's the name of the song. Listen to that, it's very annoying. So I make music. Now I use a website that I use to make my music. Is, I would say, completely free, but it's all credit. If you don't want to know how to make music, please let me know. And just let you know, making music will help you in the long run. If you've got mental health or any problems, it will help you out because you put all your anger or your worries or you're upset or anything that you are going through, no matter what it is, you could turn it into a lyrics, turn it into a song or that lot. Or if you don't want to spend money to turn it into a music, you can email me. All my description is down below. You can email me the lyrics that you have made and I will turn it into a music video. But just be in mind, there's certain words that I can't have into the music because the site that I use, it is restricted with certain things. But I will try my hardest to fix that, and I will inform you what word that I am not allowed to use, and I will say who did it in the video. If that's what you want, I will make it and do it all for you. And if I miss anything in this video of anything, please let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do an update with this video. Please let me know. Right now it's 10 in the evening. This video took me a very long time. Right now it is after over 4 minutes 10 seconds. I'm going to let you lot get straight to the video, and I really do hope you are happy and safe. I really do hope so. Please be happy and safe. That's all I care about. Alright, thank you all so much for watching, and let's get straight to the video. Goodbye for now.
What is mental health? Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It helps determine how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life from childhood and adolescence through adulthood over the course of your life. If you experience mental health problems, your thinking, mood, and behavior could be affected. Early warning signs and symptoms. Not sure if you or someone you know is living with mental health problems. Experiencing one or more of the following feelings or behaviors can be an early warning sign of a problem. Eating or sleeping too much or too little. Pulling away from people and usual activities, having low or no energy, feeling numb or like nothing matters, having unexplained aches and pains, feeling helpless or hopeless. Smoking, drinking, or using drugs more than usual, feeling unusually confused, forgetful, on edge, angry, upset, worried or scared, yelling or fighting with family and friends, experiencing severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships. Having persistent thoughts and memories you can't get out of your head, hearing voices or believing things that are not true, thinking of harming yourself or others, inability to perform daily tasks like taking care of your kids or getting to work or school. Do you think someone you know may have a mental health problem? Talking about mental health can be difficult. Learn about common mental health myths and facts and read about ways to help you get the conversation started. Tips for living well with a mental health condition. Having a mental health condition can make it a struggle to work, keep up with school, stick to a regular schedule, have healthy relationships, socialize, maintain hygiene, and more. However, with early and consistent treatment, often a combination of medication and psychotherapy, it is possible to manage these conditions, overcome challenges, and lead a meaningful, productive life. Today, there are new tools, evidence-based treatments, and social support systems that help people feel better and pursue their goals. Some of these tips, tools, and strategies include: stick to a treatment plan. Even if you feel better, don't stop going to therapy or taking medication without a doctor's guidance. Work with a doctor to safely adjust doses or medication if needed to continue a treatment plan. Keep your primary care physician updated. Primary care physicians are an important part of long-term management, even if you also see a psychiatrist. Learn about the condition. Being educated can help you stick to your treatment plan. Education can also help your loved ones be more supportive and compassionate. Practice good self-care. Control stress with activities such as meditation or Tai Chi. Eat healthy and exercise and get enough sleep. Reach out to family and friends. Maintaining relationships with others is important. In times of crisis or rough spells, reach out to them for support and help. Develop coping skills. Establishing healthy coping skills can help people deal with stress easier. Get enough sleep. Good sleep improves your brain performance, mood, and overall health. Consistently poor sleep is associated with anxiety, depression, and other mental health conditions. Need help? If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 or chat 9888lifeline.org to learn how to get support for mental health, drug, and alcohol issues. Visit findsupport.gov. To locate treatment facilities or providers, visit findtreatment.gov. or call SANCS's national helpline at 800-662-HELP. How to talk about mental health. Mental health is essential to a person's life in the same way as physical health. Hesitation to talk about mental health adds to the notion that the topic is taboo. It is important to normalize conversations surrounding mental health so people can feel empowered to seek the help they need. The following resources can help you feel more informed to talk about mental health with the people in your life who may need your support.
Parsimony.
For people with mental health problems, if you have or believe you may have a mental health problem, it is helpful to talk about these issues with others. Learn more about building a strong support system and developing a recovery plan. For young people looking for help, mental health problems don't only affect adults, children. Teenagers and young adults can also have mental health problems. For parents and caregivers, it can be hard to talk to your child dependent or person you are caring for about mental health problems. Get tips for starting the conversation. For friends and family members, anyone can experience mental health problems. Friends and family members can make all the difference in a person's recovery process. Learn how to support your friends and loved ones as they look for help with their mental health problems. For educators, educators are often the first to notice mental health problems. Find out about mental health problems, what you can do, and how to develop effective strategies to meet the mental health needs of your students. For community and faith leaders, before they turn to a healthcare professional, many people may turn to community and faith leaders when facing mental health problems or traumatic events. Learn how to support mental health in your community. For parents and caregivers of children, as a parent or caregiver, you want the best for your children or other dependents. You may be concerned or have questions about certain behaviors they exhibit and how to ensure they get help. What to look for. It is important to be aware of warning signs that your child may be struggling. You can play a critical role in knowing when your child may need help. Consult with a school counselor, school nurse, mental health provider, or another healthcare professional if your child shows one or more of the following behaviors: feeling very sad or withdrawn or easily irritated for more than 2 weeks, seriously trying to harm or kill themselves or making plans to do so, experiencing sudden overwhelming fear for no reason, sometimes with a racing heart or fast breathing, getting in many fights or wanting to hurt others, showing severe out-of-control behavior that can hurt oneself or others, not eating, throwing up, or using laxatives to make themselves lose weight, having intense worries or fears that get in the way of daily activities, experiencing extreme difficulty controlling behavior, putting themselves in physical danger or causing problems in school, using drugs or alcohol, having severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships, showing drastic changes in behavior or personality, a drop in their school performance because children often can't understand difficult situations on their own. You should pay particular attention if they experience loss of a loved one, divorce or separation of their parents, any major transition, new home, new school, etc. Traumatic life experiences like living through a natural disaster, teasing or bullying, difficulties in school or with classmates, what to do. If you are concerned about your child's behaviors, it is important to get appropriate care. You should talk to your child's doctor, school nurse, or another healthcare provider and seek further information about the behaviors or symptoms that worry you. Ask your child's primary care physician if your child needs further evaluation by a specialist with experience in child behavioral problems. Ask if your child's specialist is experienced in treating the problems you are observing. Talk to your medical provider about any medication and treatment plans. How to talk about mental health with your child. Do you need help starting a conversation with your child about mental health? Try leading with these questions and actively listen to your child's response. Can you tell me more about what is happening? How are you feeling? Have you had feelings like this in the past? Sometimes you need to talk to an adult about your feelings. I'm here to listen. How can I help you feel better? Do you feel like you want to talk to someone else about your problem? I'm worried about your safety. Can you tell me if you have thoughts about harming yourself or others? When talking about mental health problems with your child,
Communicate in a straightforward manner. Speak at a level that is appropriate to a child or adolescent's age and development level. Preschool children need fewer details than teenagers. Discuss the topic when your child feels safe and comfortable. Watch for reactions during the discussion and slow down or back up if your child becomes confused or looks upset. Listen openly and let your child tell you about their feelings and worries. Learn more about supporting your children. There are many resources for parents and caregivers who want to know more about children's mental health. Learn more about recognizing mental health problems in children, how they are affected, and what you can do. Diagnosing and treating children with mental health problems. Start and keep up the conversation about the dangers of drinking alcohol and using other drugs at a young age. For people with mental health problems, if you have or believe you may have a mental health problem, it can be helpful to talk about these issues with others. It can be scary to reach out for help, but it is often the first step to helping you heal, grow, and recover. Having a good support system and engaging with trustworthy people are key elements to successfully talking about your own mental health. Build your support system. Find someone, such as a parent, family member, teacher, faith leader, healthcare provider, or other trusted individual who gives good advice when you ask, assists you in taking actions that will help, likes, respects, and trusts you, and is someone you like, respect, and trust too. Allows you the space to change, grow, make decisions, and even make mistakes. Listens to you and shares with you both the good and bad times, respects your need for confidentiality so you can tell them anything, lets you freely express and validate your feelings and emotions without judging, teasing, or criticizing, works with you to figure out what to do the next time a difficult situation comes up, has your best interest in mind. Find a peer group. Find a group of people with mental health problems similar to yours. Peer support relationships can positively affect individual recovery because people who have common life experiences have a unique ability to help each other. People offer their experiences, strengths, and hopes to peers, which allows for natural evolution of personal growth, wellness, promotion, and recovery. Peers can be very supportive since they have been there and serve as living examples that individuals can and do recover. Peers also serve as advocates and support others who may experience discrimination and prejudice. You may want to start or join a self-help or peer support group. National organizations across the country have peer support networks and peer advocates. Learn about the way to find an organization that can help you connect. Participate in your treatment decisions. It's also important for you to be educated, informed, and engaged about your own mental health. Find out as much as you can from a reputable source about mental health, wellness, and information specific to your diagnosed mental health problem. Get tips to set up an appointment. There are many treatment options and support services to address mental health needs, as well as drug or alcohol use. Get involved in your treatment through shared decision making. Participate fully with your mental health provider and make informed treatment decisions together. Participating fully in shared decision making includes recognizing a decision needs to be made, identifying partners in the process as equals, stating options as equal, exploring understanding expectations, identifying preferences, negotiating options, concordance, sharing decisions, arranging follow-up to evaluate decision-making outcomes, develop a recovery plan. Recovery is a process of change where individuals improve their health and wellness, live a self-directed life, and strive to reach their full potential. Studies show that most people with mental health problems get better, and many recover completely.
you may want to develop a written recovery plan. Recovery plans enable you to identify goals for achieving wellness. Specify what you can do to reach those goals. Can be daily activities as well as longer-term goals. Track your mental health problem. Identify triggers or other stressful events that can make you feel worse and help you learn how to manage them. For young people looking for help, mental health problems don't only affect adults, children, teenagers, and young adults can have mental health problems too. In fact, 3 out of 4 people with mental health problems showed signs before they were 24 years old. What does mental health problem mean? Are you having trouble doing the things you like to do or need to do because of how you feel, like going to school, work, or hanging out with friends? Are you having a rough day? Have you been feeling down for a while? Everyone goes through tough times, and no matter how long you've had something on your mind, it's important that you talk to someone about it. Talk to your parent, guardian, or a trusted adult if you experience any of these things. Changes in appetite or sleep patterns. Can't perform daily tasks like going to school. Don't want to hang out with your friends or family. Don't want to do things you usually enjoy. Fight a lot with family and friends. Can't control your emotions and it's affecting your relationships with your family and friends. Have low or no energy or feel hopeless. Feel numb or like nothing matters. Can't stop thinking about certain things or memories. Feel confused, forgetful, edgy, angry, upset, worried, or scared. Want to harm yourself or others. Have random aches and pains. Smoke or drink excessively. Hear voices. Learn more about young people. Bullying and mental health. Is your mental health or someone else is affected by bullying? Learn what to do if you or someone you know is being bullied. Once you know the facts about mental health problems, you can share them with other people. Remember to treat people with mental health problems with respect. Get help. You are not alone. Lots of people have been where you are or are there right now. But there are also lots of people who want to help you. Another way to get help is by talking to someone you trust. This could be a parent, family member, teacher, school counselor, spiritual leader, or another trusted adult who gives good advice when you want and ask for it. Respects your need for privacy so you can tell them or her anything. Lets you talk freely about your feelings and emotions without judging, teasing, or criticizing. Helps you figure out what to do the next time a difficult situation comes up. For friends and family members, anyone can experience mental health problems. Friends and family can make all the difference in a person's recovery process. Supporting a friend or family member with mental health problems. You can help your friend or family member by recognizing the signs of mental health problems and connecting them to professional help. Talking to friends and family about mental health problems can be an opportunity to provide information, support, and guidance. Learning about mental health issues can lead to improved recognition of early signs of mental health problems, earlier treatment, greater understanding and compassion. If a friend or family member is showing signs of a mental health problem or reaching out to you for help, offer support by finding out if the person is getting the care that they need and want. If not, connect them to help. Expressing your concern and support. Reminding your friend or family member that help is available and that mental health problems can be treated. Asking questions, listening to ideas, and being responsive when the topic of mental health problems come up. Reassuring your friend or family member that you care about them. Offering to help your friend or family member with everyday tasks, including your friend or family member in your plans. Continue to invite them without being overbearing, even if your friend or family member resists your invitations.
educating other people so they understand the facts about mental health problems and do not discriminate. Treating people with mental health problems with respect, compassion, and empathy. How to talk about mental health. Do you need help starting a conversation about mental health? Try leading with these questions and make sure to actively listen to your friend or family member's response. I've been worried about you. Can we talk about what you are experiencing? If not, who are you comfortable talking to? What can I do to help you to talk about issues with your parents or someone else who is responsible and cares about you? What else can I help you with?
I am someone who cares and wants to listen. What do you want me to know about how you are feeling? Who or what has helped you deal with similar issues in the past? Sometimes talking to someone who has dealt with a similar experience helps. Do you know of others who have experienced these types of problems who you can talk with? It seems like you are going through a difficult time. How can I help you to find help? How can I help you find more information about mental health problems? I'm concerned about your safety. Have you thought about harming yourself or others? When talking about mental health problems, know how to connect people to help. Communicate in a straightforward manner. Speak at a level appropriate to a person's age and development level. Preschool children need fewer details as compared to teenagers. Discuss the topic when and where the person feels safe and comfortable. Watch for reactions during the discussion and slow down or back up if the person becomes confused or looks upset. Sometimes it is helpful to make a comparison to a physical illness. For example, many people get sick with a cold or the flu, but only a few get really sick with something serious like pneumonia. People who have a cold are usually able to do their normal activities. However, if they get pneumonia, they will have to take medicine and may have to go to the hospital. Similarly, feelings of sadness, anxiety, worry, irritability, or sleep problems are common for most people. However, when these feelings get very intense, last for a long period of time, and begin to interfere with school, work, and relationships, it may be a sign of a mental health problem. And just like people need to take medicine and get professional help for physical conditions, someone with a mental health problem may need to take medicine or participate in therapy to get better. For educators, educators are often the first to notice mental health problems in children and young adults. Here are some ways you can help your students and their families. What educators should know. You should know the warning signs for mental health problems, how to promote mental health and substance use prevention in schools and on campuses, whom to turn to, such as the principal, school nurse, school psychiatrist or psychologist, or school social worker, if you have questions or concerns about a student's behavior, how to access crisis support and other mental health services, what educators should look for in student behavior. Consult with the school counselor, nurse, or administrator and the student's parents if you observe one or more of the following behaviors. Feeling very sad or withdrawn for more than 2 weeks. Seriously trying to harm oneself or making plans to do so. Sudden overwhelming fear for no reason, sometimes with a racing heart or fast breathing. Involvement in many fights or desire to badly hurt others. Severe out of control behavior that can hurt oneself or others. Not eating, throwing up, or using laxatives to make oneself lose weight. Intense worries or fears that get in the way of daily activity. Extreme difficulty concentrating or staying still that puts the student in physical danger or causes problems in the classroom. Repeated use of drugs or alcohol.
severe mood swings that cause problems in relationships, drastic changes in the student's behavior or personality, what educators can do in classrooms and schools. You can support the mental health of all students in your classroom and school, not just individual students who may exhibit behavioral issues. Consider the following actions. Learn more about mental health by taking a mental health awareness training. Promote social and emotional competency and build resilience. Help ensure a positive, safe school environment. Teach and reinforce positive behaviors and decision making. Encourage helping others. Encourage good physical health. Help ensure access to school-based mental health supports. Developing effective school mental health programs. Efforts to care for the emotional well-being of children and youth can extend beyond the classroom and into the entire school. School-based mental health programs can focus on promoting mental wellness, preventing mental health problems, and providing treatment.
Promote the healthy social and emotional development of all children and youth. Recognize when young people are at risk for or are experiencing mental health problems. Identify how to intervene early and appropriately when there are problems for community and faith leaders. Faith and community leaders are often the first point of contact when individuals and families face mental health problems or traumatic events. In fact, in times of crisis, many will turn to trusted leaders in their communities before they turn to mental health professionals. Creating community connections for mental health. When leaders know how to respond, they can help educate individuals and families about mental health. Increasing awareness of mental health issues and making it easier for people to seek help. Community connectedness and support are also important to the long-term recovery of people living with mental illnesses. Faith communities are also in a unique position to reach many of the millions of Americans who struggle with serious thoughts of suicide each year. Many people having thoughts of suicide feel hopeless, trapped, and often struggle to face another day. Suicidal thoughts are often accompanied by a spiritual crisis or deep questioning about the purpose of life. Faith leaders who are better able to recognize the signs of suicide and know how to respond can serve as an expanded safety net for those most in need. What community and faith leaders can do. Educate your communities and congregations. Promote awareness by educating the members of your communities and congregations about mental health issues through educational forums and other opportunities. Invite local mental health experts, including those who have experienced mental illness, to speak with your congregation or at community gatherings. Share facts and common myths about mental health. Support the development of a trauma-informed community. Trauma often lies beneath seemingly unrelated problems. Organize additional meetings, dinners, or other gatherings for members of your congregation or community to have conversations about mental health. Identify opportunities to support people with mental illnesses. Religious and other community organizations can play an important role in supporting individuals living with mental illnesses and encouraging them to seek help. Consider offering your organization's meeting spaces for community conversations and support groups focused on addressing mental health issues. Provide space for peer-led groups that give people the chance to tell their stories in their own time and way. Include safe shared spaces for people to interact that can foster healthy relationships and positive mental health among community members. Support community programs. Peer mentoring programs are opportunities for volunteering. Connect individuals and families to help strengthen the connections within your community to mental health services and support
and enhance linkages between mental health, substance abuse, disability, and other social services. Learn the basic signs of mental illnesses and other facts about mental health to encourage those in need to seek help. Remind others that people can and do recover from mental health challenges, and that help is available and effective. Train key community members, such as adults who work with the children, youth, older adults, veterans, and LGBTQA+, to identify the signs of depression and suicide and refer people to resources. Develop relationships with local mental health service providers and other family and youth organizations to help to direct individuals and families in need to available services and support in the community. Share the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline in your community newsletter or other publications. Call or text 988 or chat the Lifeline. Promote acceptance of those with mental health issues. The voices of leaders and members of faith-based and other community organizations can greatly influence attitudes about mental health conditions and those who experience them.
Part 7. Talk about your own mental health openly. Be an example of taking good care of your mental health by making mental wellness a priority in your personal life. Be inclusive. Mental health affects all of us. Foster opportunities to build connections with individuals and families dealing with mental health challenges through trust and acceptance. Foster safe and supportive environments for people to openly talk about mental health, stress, trauma, and related issues. Encourage and express empathy in your family, congregation, and community. Convey a message of nonviolence, acceptance, and compassion. Mental health conditions. Mental illnesses are disorders ranging from mild to severe that affect a person's thinking, mood, and or behavior. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, nearly 1 in 5 adults live with a mental illness. Many factors contribute to mental health conditions, including biological factors such as genes or brain chemistry, life experiences such as trauma or abuse, family history of mental health problems. Some mental health topics include antisocial personality disorder, anxiety disorders, including generalized anxiety, panic disorders, obsessive compulsive disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, bipolar disorder, borderline personality disorder, co-occurring disorders, depression, eating disorders including anorexia nervosa, binge eating disorder, and bulimia nervosa, post-traumatic stress disorder, schizophrenia, seasonal affective disorder, self-harm, crisis help, suicide, mental health, drug and alcohol issues. Sometimes help can't wait. If you or someone you know is in danger or having a medical emergency, call 911 or go to your nearest emergency room. 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. If you or someone you know is struggling or in crisis, help is available. Call or text 988 chat 988 Lifeline org. You'll be able to speak with a trained crisis counselor any time of day or night. SAMSA Helpline. This helpline provides 24-hour free and confidential help. You can get treatment, referral, and information about mental health and drug or alcohol use disorders, prevention and recovery in English and Spanish. Call 1-800-662-4517. 1-800-487-48889. Text your zip code to 457T8. Visit Find Treatment. Gov to locate a treatment facility or provider. Disaster Distress Helpline. SAMSIS.
Disaster Distress Helpline is for people who have experienced natural or human-caused disasters such as a tornado or crime. It provides 24/7 crisis counseling and support to people feeling emotional distress due to the disaster. Call or text 1-800-985-5990. Having mental health is not your fault. Everyone has it some points in their lives. You are not alone. Please get some help before it takes over your life. There is numbers that you can call. I hope you are safe and don't do anything that your family or friends will be sad. That is it in this video. If I miss anything, please let me know.